Some say if you're unwilling to learn, no one can help you. But if you're determined to learn, no one can stop you. For us, we've been afraid of high winds, afraid of the mistakes we would make, afraid of what we might do to our home. YouTube makes sailing look easy. People buy a boat, they sail away smiling. But truthfully, skills and confidence takes hours upon hours of wrestling with the sea. Well, good morning. Today we have high wind training. We're meeting up with Ruben, a sailor that I admire here in this area. He's a world explorer. I guess about maybe a year and a half ago, he single-handed circumnavigated around the world on a 44-foot CNC. And we're really just working on our nerves. We're working on our confidence when the wind picks up. Alright, so we're safely back at port. The girls have some ramen, they're warming up. I'm making leftovers. I want to debrief a little bit about what we learned so we don't forget it, and maybe you can benefit from hearing it. Oh, it was amazing, first of all. Let's talk about what we learned. And first thing, we got onto the boat. I didn't record this. Ruben said, we got to get rid of this bimini. And I said, what do you mean? He says, you don't have a zipper on it, do you? I said, no. He said, well, we'll figure it out. And I got real nervous because he's about to break open my bimini and tie it up. It was scary. He said, you got any rope? I was like, oh my God, what's he gonna do? And I trusted him, so I'm like, yeah, I've got some rope, just one piece though. So I gave it to him, and he cut the rope up, curled the bimini up, and it is beautiful. Let me give you a peek real quick while this toasts up. Oh, look at that, look at that. So we've got the bimini tied up, and we can see skylight right there, look at that. We were going 7 knots speed, easy. 6.5, 7 knots, 7.3. That's the fastest we've ever taken this boat. And it was easy. We had 3/4 of the main up, 100% of the Genoa, and we were hitting 24 knots of wind. This is what we wanted to learn. Before going out today with Ruben, we were making the mistake of trimming the sails too tightly. And we had the main sheet, we'd always keep it in. And what we would do, I'm gonna have to draw this for you. I'll draw it for you on a diagram as talking here. But we'd have that main sheet pulled in too tight, even though we had it trimmed some, and the wind would catch it, and all we would do would heel and have very strong weather helm, and we'd basically feel like we were losing control of the boat every time we'd sail in stronger winds. So our solution was, before today, our solution was to just reef. We'd put a little bit of sail out, and we'd go 3 knots. We enjoyed just going 3 knots, but we also know we can't get to a destination going 3 knots. It'll take 4 days just to get down the Texas coast. So that's impossible. That's unsafe. You don't have control on the swell. You're not going to be able to outrun any storms. Here's the solution I learned today, and I'll share with you. Lead with the main. This was what he taught us. Lead with the main. So anytime we want to change direction, anytime we want to tack, we want to close reach, or we want to go to a beam reach, Ruben would teach us, lead with the main. Start with the main, put it in position for that next point of sail. get to that point of sail, and then trim the Genoa. So that was the steps we took today. We'd lead with the main, change the point of sail, and then trim the Genoa. The second thing he taught us was about controlling the boat in high winds. And by the way, I'm eating leftover, what are these, Beyond Burger? Mm-hmm. Beyond Meat? Meatballs the girls made with red bell peppers in them and breadcrumbs, and oh, it's so good. Anyway, he would, I'm proud of my ladies. Let me get a little lady here.
No, I'm Wendy.
Oh, she's so pretty. Anyway, the second thing Ruben taught us was about controlling the boat. And that was sailing on the edge. And that sounds a little scary if you ask me. And the footage shows us really on the edge of the boat. We had water coming in one of the windows, found a leak. Olivia got scared because you look out, she was down below here. Look out one of the windows. You want to point to that window there? That port light, as it's called. So you look out this window, and all you would see was rushing water going by. So it's really frightening when you're home. Looks like it's underwater. So that's not normal. But sailing on the edge is not really about being on the edge of your boat, but more about being on the edge of the luff. So sailing on the edge is when there's heavy winds, you put your sail out, you trim it, leading with the main, and then you turn up into the wind just until the sails start to luff. And once they start luffing, that's when you bear away just till they stop. That's the edge that you sail on. And what that gives us when we're sailing is when there's a large gust, it goes 24, 25, 26 knots, it keeps the boat from doing a big weather helm turn up, essentially going out of control. And that's been my big thing. I get nervous, man. It's like, I'm like, Nancy! And we start freaking out. We start yelling at each other. Grab the sheet, grab the Genoa, grab this, that. And she's like, I don't know what you're saying. And chaos breaks out. But today there was no chaos. There was, apart from everything flying around in here. But there was no chaos. Sailing on the edge was about finding that sweet spot. And it really get into a cadence with the wind. There comes a large gust and the boat wants to bear up, but you're right on the edge to where it doesn't have any momentum to turn up. Absolutely beautiful. So I'll share a little more of the footage. The sail was wonderful. I'm about finished to cook these. I hope that was helpful for you in today's episode. A little different today, sailing and talking here. But maybe if we can put some graphics together, that'll help you. I'll put a link down below in this video. We'll do a download for you to download, and I'll try to explain better what we learned today. And what else? What's our next steps? What was your big takeaway? What's your big takeaway?
That I'm a better person steering than I am with the sheets.
Oh, you do steer very well.
I do steer well.
Well, Ruben even said men typically aren't best at the helm.
Yep. He said women are typically better at the helm. Don't take offense, gentlemen.
And why did he say that?
Because men are... I don't remember what he said. Men are trying to be in control.
Yeah, try to be in control. And when you're at the helm, you can't control everything. So what is that?
No, you have to feel the boat, the cadence, the rhythm of the boat, and just kind of go with it.
And are you better with just going with the flow? Are you better than me? Maybe. So we're totally just learning here. I mean, this is just so much learning. It's all it is. We had a good time. And we're going to go out and practice some more. We have an offshore trip planned next week. And we're going to play it safe. We're going to apply what we learned. We'll go into ports if we want to make it, break it up, make it safe, or we'll go the whole way. We'll just see how it goes.
It might be dark when we sail. I'm nervous. I'm nervous.
Me too. It's going to be fun, though. We're going to have a good time. I'm going to enjoy this meatball sub. Thanks for watching today. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up. And we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Baby, don't look back to see your life drifting down the stream. See the star turn black
balls. You want one?
Morning came, darling, days will come when you're all new. Yes, this love is your song unsung.